Hey guys, here for another hike with me, Luther. It's another Canberra hike, but you know, I mean, it's where I live and I don't have a car, so it makes getting out the places to walk pretty tricky. Fingers crossed that the car thing will change shortly. But anyway, here I am at Mount Majura, at the base in Hackett, and I'm going to be hiking up that peak there today, and this time it is a twilight hike or evening hike. So it's about 6:45 now in the evening, and because it's late summer, sunset's going to be just after 8, so I expect I'll hit the top there before sunset and be coming down just as the sun's setting. So fingers crossed we might see some pretty cool vistas on our way down, or even from the top. Also, if you've seen this, you may have guessed, yeah, I cycled here. It's a wee bit far to add that walk as well as walking up and down the hill to the hike. It's also pretty hot. It's about 27 degrees, and like I said, it's 6:45, so still quite warm, and the cycle here is all uphill, so I'm already very sweaty. Anyway, without any more faffing about, let's get up that hill. So here we go. Here's a wee bit of a map of the nature reserve we're in. We're currently just right here, this big red dot, and we'll be coming down along here and up right across to here, I think, if I remember correctly, and then up along this track, up here the Kangaroo trails, then up here to the Mount Majura summit, then back down here and down this way out. So yeah, it's a wee bit of a loop. There is a double up here, but there's a loop on this lower part, which is quite nice. So now I'm on my way. I am tracking this hike also using my phone. It'll be a bit different to previous videos that I've tracked with my phone, because I'm not going to be taking photos with my phone and filming with the GoPro. It's too much. I'll do one on one thing and then forget to do it on the other, and then I'll get back and try editing stuff and it'll all be too confusing. So in terms of the trail map that I'm tracking with my phone, it will probably just be the trail and the walk that I do, but I might chuck a few stills from the GoPro footage in at key points along the route. So what kind of things will we see on this hike? Well, to be honest, I'm not expecting to see anything that interesting. The thing with a twilight or an evening hike is it's hot, so a lot of the animals aren't particularly active. You might see kangaroos when the sun is actually set and we're in that twilight zone. They like to come out and do some feeding when it's cooling down like that. As for right now, while the sun's setting, what we're probably going to see mostly is birds. So the birds kind of tend to have a last hurrah before they go to bed. So we'll see things like magpies and rosellas, cockatoos, that kind of stuff. So nothing particularly exciting. I think the most exciting thing about an evening hike or a twilight hike is the beautiful bush and the sunset, if we catch it. But yeah, like I said, no promises on the sunset. I may have got my timing slightly wrong for that one. This is an Australian magpie. They're everywhere in Canberra. See a lot of them around. And you're probably going to see well, I will see. I won't film them all because they're pretty boring, but I'll see a lot of them on this walk. They're typically pretty active at this time of night. They're actually just really quite active all day. So last time I hiked this part of the trail, saw a beautiful big blue-tongued skink. Not expecting to see anything like that today. Unfortunately, despite it still being warm, the reptiles are actually most visible in the mornings when they're sunning themselves and warming up, getting ready for the day. So yeah, I don't expect to see any snakes or reptiles. They'll either be hunkering down for some R&R, or they'll be it's a rosella, or they'll be out hunting. So yeah, they'll be trying to avoid me basically. So just over my shoulder is Mount Ainslie, the one we walked up last time. So Mount Majura and Mount Ainslie are on the same ridge line. They're just two big peaks along that same ridge line. Wow, it's a nice view. Of course, I'm motoring it up to the summit now to make sure we get there in time to see some good sunset vistas. Whew. So hence the panting and puffing. Whew. Anyway, I'm getting some good vistas. They're kind of all through the trees and a bit hard to video. But anyway, what we see at the top: a trig site, a radar station, and a road. And hopefully some nice views of the sunset. There's not much up there really. It's a big radar facility for the airport. And obviously an access road for maintenance of the radar facility. Yeah, and some nice views. I don't know what else to say. It's pretty, but it's not going to blow your mind. Well, maybe. I hope it does, but I wouldn't hold your breath. That's where we're going, up there. So we're just coming up now to the dog leg that takes us up to the top of Mount Majura. I don't know why I call it dog leg. I think most hikers would call it a spur. Don't really know how to show you how steep this is, except my calves hurt. Kangaroo. Hey bud, I have a bit of an itchy chest. I'll scratch mine too. There you go. Aren't you gorgeous? Bye bye. No? Okay. See buddy. Have a good munch. Must be itchy, isn't it? Being kangaroo. Probably a bit hard to see, but what looked like rocks in that grass is actually a mob of kangaroo feeding. It's probably very difficult to see, but hungry kangas out for their din-dins. Kangaroos. It's a group of kangaroos and the big buck one right at the front staring at me. Are you okay, buddy? Hi guys. So there we go guys, some pretty cool shots from the top. We're actually surrounded by kangaroos right now, including the tiny little joey that's probably just out of the pouch. It's so adorable. I did try and get some shots of it, but I'm not sure how they'll come out because it's pretty small and the grass is quite long. Anyway, made it to the top. Sounds like I'm about to have a plane fly over, but it was pretty spectacular up there. You can still see the sun setting over my shoulder. So some really great views, which was absolutely lovely. Oh, he's so cute, the joey's looking straight at me. So adorable. Anyway, so fantastic views up there. Wanted to stay up there and film a bit longer to catch the sun as it was setting a bit more, but there was a young couple up there having a bit of a private moment, so I decided it was best to just let them be, have that moment. Anyway, I'll see if I can get a shot of this joey because he's right there. It's so cute. Problem is there's not only mum, but there's a big buck kangaroo hanging around as well, and you don't really want to mess with them. Oh, don't be mean to the joey. Hey guys. So cute, the little joey. Here comes the big buck kangaroo. Bounce. So the kangaroos seem to be becoming more and more numerous as it gets cooler and darker, coming out to feed. I've got to say, it's quite startling walking along the trail, and next thing there's this big, huge animal bouncing through the bushes next to you, running away. You're like, whoa! Anyway, got to say, good trail if you want to see a kangaroo. On a hot day, just on dusk, brilliant. So many of them. Not only that, adorable little joeys, which honestly the joey was so cute. I've never seen a joey that small out of the pouch hopping around with its parents, so it was very cute. Ooh, that's a surprise. How cool is that? That looks like a big spiny echidna on the side of the track. How awesome. Hey buddy, how you doing? You're very still. Oh, okay. Hey mate, how are ya? Oh, spike ball. You're okay, buddy. I'm not going to hurt you. Hey, buddy. Hey, Echidna. I'm very sorry. I'm going to shine a light on you. Nose. Probably quite hard to see, but there is a few bats flying around overhead. Little bats, not the big flying foxes, but the little regular old bat catching bugs. There we go, so back out, down at the bike. I've managed to use my bike light to illuminate me, so I'm not just a disembodied voice talking to you in the darkness. So that was a really cool walk. The views at the top were stunning. I got there with great timing, which was lucky, and had some awesome sunset shots. On top of that, on the way down, got to see some awesome action with the eastern grey kangaroos, so that was really cool, including that super cute Joey. Also coming down, had an echidna encounter, which was completely unexpected. I did not think I would see that. I've never seen them in this park before, so that's really cool to know they're here. Also really cool to see one. And the last thing that I saw that was really cool was this coming out, which I have filmed. Hopefully it worked. You will have seen if it has in the video. But I also saw some bats, so not the fruit bats, but some regular insectivore bats flying around. So I did try and get some footage of them. Fingers crossed it's come out. But yeah, awesome walk. Thoroughly recommend that. Better than I expected by a long shot. Anyway, sorry about the wind. It suddenly got windy when the sun set, which is quite pleasant. I'm not nearly as sweaty as I was when we started. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me for this hike. Honestly, would thoroughly recommend. Much better than I expected, so keep that in mind. A summer twilight hike up Mount Majura is a must do if you're in Canberra. Take care, guys. I'll see you next time.